Hey guys, so the FNAF movie just came out with a brand new teaser trailer, and this is freaking incredible. I just reacted to it, so if you want to check that out, here's the annotation for that. Make sure you click that and check it out. But other from that, I think it is about time for a little teaser trailer analysis. Shall we? Let's do this. So here we go. We open up this teaser with a VHS tape. This VHS will eventually be watched by a certain character, but an interesting idea I had regarding this VHS would also have it serve as almost a cold opening to the movie. Now, we have this woman hosting this VHS video. I can't tell for sure, but I think her name tag reads Ella. She has an insane amount of buttons on her vest, most notably a Let's Eat pin, of course representative of Chica, and the others feel like the kids' drawings we always see on the wall in the games. And speaking of which, I found this quite interesting. So this woman refers to this establishment as Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, even though we find the actual sign of the building read Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place. So I'm wondering if the pizzeria term was used back in the day, and pizza place is used in the modern setting. But nonetheless, she does use the classic phone guy quote of, where fantasy and fun come to life. You know, company motto. And after that, she proceeds to press a Showtime button on the wall, and it appears to activate the animatronics Showtime routine. In the background, we can find some interesting things, like this kid playing with a Foxy plushie, and a sighting of a ball pit. Hopefully not a time-traveling ball pit this time. When the Showtime routine begins, we hear them sing a song. The lyrics state, "I hear the secrets that." And then the teaser cuts to another part of the trailer. With that in mind, here's a look at the pizza place at night. Everything looks very old and abandoned, the building and street lamps covered in vegetation, and this sign over here on the left has tipped over. The lettering reads closed, and at the top of the sign, there's clearly an imprint backbone structure suggesting that the pizza place's logo was here at one point. Assuming that this building is abandoned, I'm wondering what the point of hiring a night guard is for, or even why there is a child in here at night. Perhaps they're planning a grand reopening? Here's where we're introduced to the night guard. Now, the woman on the VHS has narrated, "If you're watching this video, it means you have been selected as Freddy's newest security guard. This means this VHS is confirmed to take place in the distant past, and every security guard must watch this tape before starting the job." But anyway, here's our first look into the pizzeria. So this room seems to be some sort of dining room. I can see some booth tables with a napkin box, salt and pepper shakers, and some cool Chica and Bonnie art on the booth walls. And there's also other tables on the right side of the screen. We now follow Mike as he's looking around the building. He opens the show stage curtains and finds Freddy, Chica, and Bonnie. Very cool shots here too. He then flips the switch and activates the sign's lights. And behind Mike in this scene, if you look on the wall, you'd actually notice the Celebrate poster. That's super cool to see some of the actual video game relics materialized in reality, and therefore seeing them in this movie. And speaking of which, welcome to the office. So here we have, of course, the white and red striped drink cup, various monitors surveilling outside and inside. We've got a keyboard, microphone, lamp, and most notably, the fan. That's right, the fan is back. And above that, just like Five Nights at One, the Celebrate poster is still present within this office. Here's a closer perspective of some cameras. In the middle, we have the show stage camera, with a similar perspective the video game shows, and same character placements too. On the left, we have a perspective of a hallway that looks new, and much like the monitor we saw earlier, we're gonna have a lot more cameras in the movie. And you know, if we still don't get a peek into the kitchen, I'm gonna cry. It'd be just a huge troll at this point not to finally get a glimpse into the kitchen. But anyway, on the right side we have a perspective of the supply closet that Bonnie hides in. The teaser then cuts to Mike calling out, "Hello?" asking, like, you know, if anyone's in here with him. The camera is moving around his circumference and reveals Freddy just awkwardly standing behind him. I guess our anime protagonist is not alone in this case. Now, this next scene I'm actually intensely curious over. So Mike gets strapped into this chair. His body is restrained while this item with spinning blades are moving closer to his face. This item actually looks like a character mask to me, like the front plate of one of the animatronics' faces. And this one here could very well all either belong to Freddy or Bonnie, judging by the shape. I think this scene could represent either one of two things. A. This is the new version of the animatronic stuffing you into a suit. But instead of seeing humans as naked endoskeletons claimed by Phone Guy in the first game, in the movie, they would find you to put you in a torture chair and almost like turn you into one of them. Surgically. Or B, I'm thinking a similar scenario, but this is William Afton's doing. Ergo, this is his torture chamber. Bro just wants to study Remnant and he has to go through all this setup. In this next scene, we see a new hallway that one of the cameras shown earlier. An open door with a shadow of Foxy over it. And the audio here begins to play some creepy children's laughter and plays that for a while. Over here, we have this little girl wearing a pink shirt with a cloud design. She's standing in a dining room and she's looking onto the show stage. When we see the stage, the curtains are only opened a bit, exposing an animatronic. Now, this animatronic in the dark has piercing red eyes, and this will be a dynamic throughout this entire teaser, and I'm assuming the whole movie as well, much like the official movie poster, which I made a video about, if you'd like to check that out. I'm assuming that these red eyes are the movie's version of the video game's white dot eyes. But anyway, with a bit of digital enhancement, we can actually find out that this is actually Freddy on this stage. When I was reacting to this teaser in my video before this one, I was actually incredibly stumped over where this shot took place, who this was, but yeah, it is very well Freddy standing there. Moving over, we have a shot of this blonde woman. Now, I heard there was gonna be a character in the movie named Vanessa, and if this is intended to be the same hot night guard woman I know and love, I mean, same Vanessa I know and love, I mean Vanessa from Security Breach, then this very well may be her. This next scene I actually find incredibly odd. So this is an outdoor scene in a forest. Mike is hanging out with 5 children, count of 5 children, that are just standing there. And when he turns around to look at them, they all run away in different directions. And interesting detail here, one of the kids here are wearing paper bunny ears. So are these kids the victims of the 5 missing children incident? I feel like those bunny ears are certainly hinting towards that. Like, hi, my name is Monroe, and I am the spirit possessing Bonnie the bunny. Nice to meet ya, here's my resume. I mean, why else would there be 5? But then again, why is Mike with them? He's not the killer, but speaking of which, the next scene is our very first look at William Afton. He just seems to be sitting at home, it looks like, plotting something. We then cut to Mike in the forest, falling over on the ground, looking up to the sky. So I'm actually predicting that the 5 missing children's incident happens in this film. And this scene here is a hallucination that the ghosts of the children are putting him through. They brought Mike into this forest dreamland, trying to communicate with him. The next scene is of a night guard, and the perspective appears to be coming from one of the animatronics, as the perspective is quite high up. And they are attacking this night guard. And then there's this badass scene of the floor, with a few ball pit balls, and Foxy actually stomps on one of the balls, and squishes it. And speaking of ball pits, the next scene is actually in a ball pit. The teaser portrayed this very funny, like Foxy asserting dominance by stomping on a plastic ball, then the child is like observing it and comedically sinks downward into the pit. But hey, this kid is actually the little girl in that teaser image from last month, holding Freddy or Golden Freddy's hand. Same hair and same pattern on the sweater. But anyway, while she's sunk under all these balls, she's looking up through an opening, and it appears that Foxy is here and has detected some activity in the ball pit. Now, how do we know this is Foxy? Well, there is only one eye shown in this shot. The snout looks elongated, and check out those freckles. There's 5 of them. All those lead to Foxy's characteristics. But you know what's funny? The creepy children laughter began at the shadow of Foxy scene, and then ended as soon as Foxy put his foot down. Like, he had it up to here listening to that racket. Anyway, we have some good money shots of Freddy and Bonnie angrily looking down. So perhaps they're looking at a child? Also, I don't believe they're standing on the show stage, because look at the background. It looks quite bland to be an eye-catching show stage. Either way, the teaser ends off with another logo for the movie, big light-up letters flickering, and the Toreador March tune is actually playing in the background, which is absolutely exciting to hear. And everything ends off with a quick October 27. Yeah, gotta flex that release date. Oh, and by the way, the description has updated since I last watched this teaser, so it now looks like this. And regarding the movie, it reads, the film follows a troubled security guard as he begins working at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. While spending his first night on the job, he realizes the night shift at Freddy's won't be so easy to make it through. Oh, and apparently they have a website. Now, that is something I did not know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that FNAF movie teaser trailer analysis video. If you did, why not leave a like rating on the video? If you could, thank you very much for supporting the channel in that way. That really does help out a ton, so thank you, thank you. And if you want to see some more FNAF videos, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel, because this is a great place to be for FNAF stuff, whether movie videos or the video game videos, just FNAF in general. And if you want to be notified for future videos, why not tap that bell down below? And speaking of which, in the info below, there are a bunch of FNAF playlists with a bunch of various FNAF videos, whether you're interested right now in rewatching some FNAF news videos, or if you want to hear some theory videos, or maybe you watch some fan game let's plays. There's just a bunch of stuff down there. Otherwise, thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the teaser trailer for the FNAF movie, and are you so excited? I'm so excited, oh my god. And yeah, let me know in the comment section below, is there anything I may have missed, and is there any scene in this teaser trailer that I may have overlooked and has some deeper meaning to it? But yeah, with all that being said, I will most certainly hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay fresh. Wow, how exciting. Couldn't spare more than one image, huh?